Imagine you're building a super tall tower with blocks. Sometimes you gotta let the glue dry so it doesn't fall over. That's what a deload is for your muscles. Planned break to get even stronger. Yo, what is up everybody? It's me, Cyrus. I just want to talk about deloads today really quick. Hopefully I can keep the video pretty short for you guys. A few pointers here is that a deload is basically like a short break for your muscles. How it works is like when you're working out, all your muscle groups get little tiny tears every single time you work them out. Every single time you do a bicep curl, every single time you do a bench press, your chest and your biceps get a little tiny tear in them. And basically your body needs a little bit of time to actually recover those tears. Your body's going to need time to like recover. It's going to need time to build those tears back up. That way you guys can actually build real natty muscle. A deload pretty much helps your body from like getting too tired. There's going to be periods like in your training, especially as like a natty lifter. I've definitely experienced it myself where I'll have like really good months. Oh, sorry, something in my throat. I'll have like really good months of training like all in a row. I'll be hitting crazy PRs. I'll be getting really strong. And then out of nowhere, my strength will start to plateau or my gains will start to plateau. And usually that means it's pretty much like a good sign that you should take a deload week. And how it works is basically what you want to do is you take an entire week off of training where you do like absolutely no training at all. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow your muscles to like properly, like really recover. Like, yes, when you're working out during the week, your muscle groups are recovering from workout to workout. But unless you've like experienced the proper deload week, you're not really going to know what it's like to really have your muscle groups like really recover, because you get that entire week off and you're giving your body an entire week off to like actually recover and your muscles heal to the fullest. And by the time you go back to the gym, what happens a lot of the times in most case scenarios is that you actually come back really stronger. And a lot of people actually hit PRs as well too. Like myself personally, I've taken deload weeks where I've just plateaued and I haven't been able to get stronger. And for example, like bench press, I have came back from a deload week and my bench press has literally shot up like 20 pounds, sometimes even for reps. Another cool thing about deloads as well too is that it kind of helps you from like not getting hurt, because if you're training all the time, you train every single day or whatever your training schedule may be, training too much can like increase your possibility of you getting injured. And when you take like a proper deload week off like of your training, like I said, you're really giving your body and your muscles enough time to like properly recover. So I mentioned that you can deload by taking an entire week off and not doing anything. Another way you can do a deload without like completely quitting going to the gym is that you can just decrease the weights a little bit. So you would do your exact same routine, like you do your same workout plan, whatever, except instead of like lifting at your max potential like you usually do, you would just decrease the weights a little bit. So, if your working set on the squat is typically like 2 plates, maybe for this week, you only do working sets of like 1 plate. And you're still working out, you're still like, getting a pump in, you're still challenging the muscle, but you're just decreasing it a little bit. That way you can give your body and your muscles enough time to like recover a little bit. Another way to do a deload week is not just to decrease the weights, but you can actually decrease the sets as well too. So if we stick with the squat example, if your working set, like I said, is 2 plates, maybe for your deload week, you still work with 2 plates for your working set, but instead of doing like 4 or 5 sets like you might typically do, you just decrease the sets to maybe like 1 or 2 sets. So you're still challenging the muscle, you're still like giving it the same stimulus, except instead of doing 5 sets, you're going to do like 1 or 2 sets that week. Doing these deloads are super important. Now it's not an excuse for you to just like completely quit going to the gym and skip going to the gym. Deloads are they only work and they're only useful if you're actually training hard and your body actually needs it. But like I said, they're an awesome way to like stay refreshed. They keep recovery high and they're a good way to break through plateaus as well too. Like it's weird because you think plateau and you think, oh, I'm not growing. Like I need to do more. Like I need to do more sets, more weights, more reps. When sometimes the case, especially for natty lifters, is actually to do less and give your body and your mind as well too, like some actual time to recover. So this is just a little bit of advice about deloading. Hopefully you guys learned something. Once you hit plateaus and you stop growing, deloading is like one of the secret natty methods that a lot of guys don't know about. It's definitely something that you should incorporate into your training if you've never tried it before. What's up, girl? My dog's right here. If you've never tried it before. But like I said, only use it if you're actually training hard. If you don't train at all and you're just using it as an excuse to take a week off, you're doing it wrong. But if you guys are actually ready to get stronger without getting hurt and hit some serious gains, I have a school community that is literally dedicated to skinny, natty guys under 30 who want to build drug-free muscle with just 2 workouts per week. So if that sounds cool, just DM me the word natty and I can help you out with that. I'll put a link for that in the description below. So peace out. Hopefully you guys learned something. See you on the next video.